All right, guys. We do it every week. It's our pick'ems. And boy, I tell you right now, Hersh had another outstanding week, but his boy Wes was right there with him. 7-3 for Hersh last week. 7-3 for Wes. And Mike 6-4.
What's the overall records?
The overall records now, Stan. Hersh 36-14, commanding 5-game lead in first. Wes has moved into second, 31-19, and Mike's sitting there in the trail position, about to get hit by a banana peel from the Yoshi at 30-20. We got some games this weekend, though. I mean, some of them are easy, some of them aren't. I'm sure we'll have some outlandish predictions. So we're gonna jump right into it, guys. Gonna make y'all make a choice right off the bat. Tennessee at LSU. Wes, go first.
Guy. Oh, you're not. I thought third place guy was gonna go first, but
no, you're right. No, it doesn't matter. We're gonna flip him every time anyway.
It's fine. Don't matter. I don't want him to. He's gonna choose after me too. So I'm gonna go with. I said the Volunteers earlier. I think we were talking on pod that they may have a chance to beat Georgia. So I'm gonna ride with them, continue to be undefeated. I'm gonna go with the Vols over LSU.
Mike,
Jaden Daniels is gonna have a huge game at LSU. Death Valley, ridiculously louder than that barn known as the Neyland Stadium, that little trash pit. So I'm going with Go Tigers.
Oh, no. Look, man, I saw Florida State work LSU, and Tennessee's got a far better offense. So night game maybe makes it a little harder, but I don't know, man.
It's a night?
It's a night game.
Oh, my God. You've been there at night?
No.
Let me tell you.
I don't like the smell of corn dogs. Okay. Well, and like I said, it may make a difference. It may make a huge difference. I still don't think LSU's beating them.
All right.
Because Brian Kelly is not a good football coach.
No. He's a good football coach. He's just a murderer. This is different.
Not a good. No, this is my Bo Nix take. Brian Kelly is not a good football coach.
I'm with you, Hersh.
All right.
Still a murderer.
Next game, the Texas Christian Horned Frog Boomer Sooner Killers versus the Cinderella Darlings, the Kansas Jayhawks at Kansas. Mike.
Unfortunately, Cinderella doesn't find her slipper. Gotta go Horn Dogs. Horn Frogs.
Horn Dogs.
Horn Dogs. Still got the respiratory infection, man.
Kansas struggled with Duke, and they struggled a little bit this past weekend as well. I'm not a believer in them, even though they're playing good, and the quarterback is making some plays, but haven't really played anybody yet. Shout out to them for having game day there for the first time, I believe, as far as football. But TCU.
Yeah, man, I'm going with my favorite non-traditional uniforms in college football, man, the TCU Horned Frogs. I love the black and purple guys down there. I think they're gonna go ahead and pop that balloon. All right, here's one that got us all last weekend. Utah at UCLA. We all thought UCLA was going to just roll over dead last week, and they surprised us. That's the other Kelly that actually can coach a little bit. Wes, yeah, that's you.
I'm not. The better Utah. I mean, the more they win, the better it looks for us. So I'm gonna ride with the Utes this weekend.
Mike,
he wants to pick Chip. I can see it.
Yeah, he likes Chip. No,
he wants to pick Chip so bad. It's in the Rose Bowl, Mike. It's in the Rose Bowl.
That don't mean nothing. That just means they're gonna have 20,000 fans.
Utah does not do well really against scrambling quarterbacks. I gotta go Chip.
Oh man,
Chip's Lord.
He's just trying to be different now.
Still surprised. Chip.
Nah, man. We thought the Utah game might be close last week, and them boys dog walked them.
Yep.
Utah's in their bag right now, man. I gotta go with Utah until
they slip up. They slipped up last year.
I know. They already slipped up. But I mean, I don't know. I just like that kid, man. I like that quarterback.
I
I
do as
think
well.
I think he's a baller. All right. Because of what it is, we're going to call it, but I think we all know where this one's going. A&M at Bama. Mike.
Roll Tide.
And this is probably without Heisman winner.
Roll
Bryce
Tide.
Young.
This is my take. Jimbo is not a good football coach.
What?
He's not.
Like right now or overall?
Without Jameis, he has done nothing.
He really hasn't.
Bama. What has he
Nothing?
done without Jameis?
All right,
Nothing.
here's this. I'm picking Bama as well because I think it's a no-nonsense pick. But let me pose this question. I said before the show, I told y'all I was going to ask y'all this when we got here. If Jimbo does and loses this game and does so convincingly, how hot does that seat get?
It's still old 5 years. They can't get rid of him. They made their bed, now they lay with it.
I wouldn't say that.
Them boys can pay out anybody.
Yeah, he'll get one more year, and then he's on the hot seat next year.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, they haven't looked good at all.
$50 million is $50 million. I mean,
nah.
That's a drop in the hat to one of them boots.
You know, they wrote a check. I think it was what was it? It was like 20. It was a ridiculous amount of money to someone one-time check.
The money ain't the problem. They call them 4 or 5 boosters they have up and have that check cashed in an hour. But I think a lot of people got to take a little bit off because that recruiting class isn't going to just pay like immediate dividends. Like you've got to give
Correct.
That's why he's not a good coach. Never mind, but go ahead. We can move on. I'm not even going to have that discussion about Jimbo. Mike wants to get into it about it, but we'll save that for the later day. Not a good coach.
We'll save that for A&M week. How about that? We'll revisit.
Yeah. That's why you're the host.
All right, guys. Things came crashing back down to earth last weekend in Tallahassee, and now those boys get to travel out to the Wolf Pack, the Wolf Den, Florida State at NC State. Wes?
Yeah, I watched both games, Florida State against Wake Forest, and I watched North Carolina State versus Clemson. North Carolina State, better team. They will win. Both teams coming off losses. I'm going with the Wolfpack. Plus, they're at home, and that team is very well coached.
I know what Mike's going to say. Me and Mike said it earlier in the year. Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack, baby.
Woo! Hey, I was trying to get the clip really quick.
Too sweet. Yeah. Wolfpack gonna roll, baby. Think FSU Twitter's gonna get gonna come crashing in on themselves real fast here.
Yeah.
You ready for this? It's a night game.
And it's a night game.
And then they have Clemson, I think, in 2 weeks, too. So they have a bye in Clemson. Yeah.
That 4-0 start's going to look real suspect in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
All right. Staying in the big three. UNC at Miami. Ooh, baby. Mike, what you think?
Miami's going to lose by double digits. And Dyke does not fit that system. They're still trying to run a Big Ten scheme without. It's a square peg round hole. Mark Cristobal is an awful in-game head coach. They're seeing that. Everyone's known this, and UNC scores a lot of points. They probably have a top 3 quarter. May top 3 quarterback in the ACC.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick with my heart on this. I would love for UNC to win. I just don't believe in that. That defense is just hard to. I can't pick defense for UNC, so I'm going with Miami.
Thank you.
UNC does have a bad defense. You know who else has a bad defense? Miami.
What argument is that? Don't let him change that.
Nah, I'm not going to change it, but I mean, Miami's defense is not worse than UNC's.
There was a misnomer before the season. There was a top 10 listing of quarterbacks in the country and whatnot. And obviously we know the Will Levis was on there, who's not a good quarterback. But you know who else was on there that's not a good quarterback? Tyler Van Dyke is not a good quarterback. I mean, all that shine that he had last year when games didn't much matter is wearing off real fast. We've already seen Garcia get the call.
Scheme fit.
This might be the week that he gets the permanent call.
Yep.
I don't see it, man. I think UNC did it to him once before. I think UNC puts up a big number on him. I'm talking 40 plus.
Yep.
Easily.
I agree.
All right. Arkansas at Mississippi State. Wes, your turn.
This is tough. This is so tough for me. Mississippi State did. I knew they were going to win last week. They beat LSU for me. Was it LSU? Yeah, they did it for me. And I hate to pick against them, but I picked Pittman as my second in the West, so I feel like I'm picking against Arkansas as well. Mike Leach might win right second in the West this year. Yikes. This is so hard for me, guys. It pains me to go against Mike Leach after what he did for me last week. But I'm going to go with Arkansas and Sam Pittman's. This is a tough game. This is really a pick'em game.
Mike?
It's not difficult for a man who predicted App State as a 16-point underdog over Texas A&M. So I'm going to go with the most interesting man in the world, Michael.
The Pirate.
Lynch. The Pirate.
I don't know if KJ's playing this week or not. I know he got hurt last week.
I don't get to change that if he's hurt.
I don't know if he's playing or not. I don't know. So, I mean, I'm making my pick blind.
You know, that was last freaking week.
Mike's trying to come back on me, man. He hates that third place, guys.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, the Pirates got it in him. And I know, I know I said it wrong before and all that, but, man, they're going to have that place ringing. I'm going to go with Mike Leach, too, man. They got something special working down there this year. He's trying to make all them boys forget Dan Mullen ever existed, which isn't hard, but, I mean.
Never heard of her.
Yeah. All right, staying in the SEC, guys. South Carolina at Kentucky. Mike, I know you don't ever bet on a Spencer Rattler-led team.
He's just
Levis.
He's from.
This is his ultimate nightmare.
The only person missing is Bo Nix. That's the only person missing is Bo. Bo should have been.
I got some inside information on Spencer Rattler. He's a terrible human being. So, actually, not so much, but not the best. He's from the state of Arizona. Softest Charmin. It's not good. Even though Will Levis is not good at football, he's better at football than Spencer Rattler. So, and also
that's not saying much.
And Stoops is.
This is great. This is why I picked this. It's Mike's nightmare.
Stoops is a good coach. So they got a solid defense. They got the running back Rodriguez back. They still have they have a couple. They got some dynamic talent outside as well. So
Wes,
Kentucky. I spent a whole lot of time on that game because I hate both.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kentucky as well because I've said it. We've said it many times. I think those wheels at South Carolina are going to go off fast. Like, I just got a feeling that it's just going to be – maybe I shouldn't say fast. Maybe I should say it's just going to be a slow burn, and then it's just going to blow. I got a feeling by the time they get to us, that's going to be ugly.
Spurs showed how great a coach he is at what he did when he was there at South Carolina. He was phenomenal there. Shout out to the old ball coach.
All right. Well, let's two more real quick. We're going to knock these out. These shouldn't really be hard. Washington State at USC. Washington State 4-1 on the season. USC undefeated. Mike, did you go first last time? No, Wes?
Yeah, it's my turn. Yeah, I'm going to go with Caleb Williams and the Trojans.
Mike?
USA. At home.
Yeah, it's at home. I'm going to go ahead and pick USC too. Their schedule's lining up favorable. I'm ready for them to play somebody that's worth the crap. All right. Last game on the docket. college football's oldest rivalry. Auburn at UGA. Wes?
Yeah. Auburn looks horrible. Mike said the coach. I think you both were just ragging on the Auburn coach, so I won't spend a whole lot of time on this. UJ bounces back and they get the victory this week. As I think it's convincing too. I think they might be upset at the Mizzou loss, and they kind of beat the crap out of Auburn this week.
Mike.
Brian Harsin sucks.
He's so bad.
He's awful. Yeah, yeah. So it's UGA, man. It's gonna be. I'd
like to see this. I'd like to see UGA struggle again this week. That'd be fantastic, just to really know that they.
I hope they lose.
I don't think they will, but I want to see. I'd like to see them have another dog fight on their hands, just to no pun intended, but.
Yeah.